Our counselor to the president, Alina Habba. Alina, great to see you. Congratulations. A lot to talk about, but I just want to ask you, I haven't seen you respond to this question yet. You've spent years in the trenches with Donald Trump. You're now in Kellyanne Conway's old office. What's it like being in the White House?
It's surreal. It's probably the best question. Nobody's asked me, but it is surreal. There is something very magical about this place. There is so much history here. And even just sitting in that office that I have in the West Wing and coming in every day and out and knowing that President Trump is right where he's supposed to be after, as you know, and we've talked about forever, it feels like, for the better of 4 years, his cases after cases, witch hunts after witch hunts, them trying to take him down, and seeing him sit at that desk and do what he has done, and it is more than anybody has done in such a short amount of just 100 hours. I mean, look at the first 100 hours. It was insane. But I have to pinch myself, to be honest, Rob. It's been crazy.
Yeah,
it's
I'm so
surreal.
used to seeing you
I'm honored to be here.
I'm so used to seeing you in front of a courthouse. And the backdrop right now,
yeah, screaming.
The White House behind you, it's remarkable and makes a powerful statement. Alina, so White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt held her first press briefing this afternoon, 49 minutes. Yeah. It was like she's been there for the last 4 years. I mean, I thought she would be nervous. She's 27 years old. She was in total command. She started the briefing by taking questions from independent media, which was the first time we've seen that. Newsmax is independent media. Then she finally went to the legacy media, and this is what happened. Take a listen.
NBC News has learned that ICE arrested 1,179 undocumented immigrants on Sunday, but nearly half of them, 566 of the migrants, appear to have no prior criminal record besides entering the country illegally. Is the president still focused exclusively, which is a civil crime, it's not criminal?
It's a federal crime.
So I'm asking, though, he said he was going to focus on those violent offenders first. So is violent offenders no longer the predicate for these people to be deported?
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, I've been with him at the rallies, I know you've been there covering them too, Peter, that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals.
So I want to get your reaction to her performance today. But what's your reaction to this deportation porn that we're getting from the media, already trying to turn public opinion against what the American people clearly voted for in November?
Well, that's exactly right. This was an American mandate. It is what America said they wanted. They said they weren't happy with open borders for 4 years. They weren't happy with fentanyl pouring in. They weren't happy with crime, with sex trafficking, child trafficking. They weren't happy with all those things that the last administration allowed and gave them a key and a credit card for $10,000 for. So our job now is to clean it up and do what America has asked. That's how the government's supposed to work. We've forgotten that. But what President Trump's doing is exactly what they asked for us to do when they voted for Donald Trump on November 5th. So they really need to get it together. We knew that the left-wing media would catch up pretty soon, and they've been having a hard time catching up with President Trump with every executive order that he's done because he's moving so fast. But their narratives will start, and we'll hear much more of this, which is why reliable news stations like yourself are important. And that's why we've allowed them and everybody into the press room, because we need real facts out there, and we have to push other media that is not CNN and MSNBC. They no longer dominate. That's the truth. And America wants to hear the truth, and they know what's happening. We're taking out criminals. And as Caroline said, and you asked me how I thought Caroline did, I was so proud of her. Caroline is a really hard worker. She's going to be a great press secretary. She is well-versed. I think that was made very clear today. Everybody in the halls of the White House is just communicating, talking to each other, and making sure that we all know the right hand knows what the left hand's doing, and et cetera. And that was very clear today from her podium. I think she's going to be amazing. And America needs it. We need transparency, and that's what this White House is doing.
Yeah, we haven't seen it really since JFK, who was a Democrat, but filling the White House with people like yourself, the best, the brightest, younger, energetic, that's what it feels like. You mentioned that Donald Trump has been flooding the zone with executive orders and policy moves, and it's happening so fast the media hasn't been able to react to everything. Was that part of the plan in the first 8 days?
No, but it's definitely something, you know, I was speaking to somebody, actually Sebastian Gorka, about this, and, you know, we were laughing and saying they're going to catch up, they just can't yet. And you know, they'll start their narrative. We saw it in every administration that they've come after Republicans in this way. They make a story, they make us look like bad guys because we're doing our job, because we're giving police back their power to actually police, because we're telling ICE, you have the right to go take illegal aliens out of this country and tell them that they need to come in the right way, which is through the front door with documents. This is what we're doing. We're not hurting people. We're taking people out that should never have been here in the first place.
Right.
And it's clear that, frankly, the world's respecting us for it. If you look at what happened in Colombia.
Jack Smith and his team of thugs fired at the DOJ. What was your reaction to that move by the president? Did that surprise you?
No, it didn't surprise me. I think that if you're not America first and you're any kind of politically motivated person in any office here on campus or affiliated with the White House and this presidency, you don't have a place here anymore. You're not allowed to attack opponents. We saw that. These are people that volunteered. Remember, when you put a special counsel, you actually volunteer for that role. So these aren't people that were, you know, they keep saying, oh, these prosecutors were lifelong prosecutors, et cetera. Yeah, okay, but they volunteered to go after President Trump. At the end of the day, it is what it is. They are no longer here. I don't think they'd be able to put Trump policies first, but that was a decision made by PPO, and they did a great job.
Alina, can I ask you, do we have any idea what happened to Matt Colangelo? So he was the former number 3 at the DOJ, and all of a sudden, wouldn't you know it, number 3 at a department with 150,000 employees nationwide, and he's working for Alvin Bragg in New York, and he leads opening arguments during the Trump trial. Whatever happened to Matt Colangelo?
Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll figure that one out. It's very clear, and don't think that's not on the forefront of my mind, frankly, Rob, because what I witnessed over the last 3.5 years and how hard we worked to get President Trump back in this White House, how much we had to overcome, like people like Colangelo. If you look at Pomerantz, he even wrote a book. He was so frustrated. You know, this is serious Trump derangement syndrome, but there is no business for these individuals to be helping running this country, because this country spoke on November 5th that they were tired of divisiveness, they were tired of witch hunts, they were tired of lawfare, they were tired of seeing my face on TV screaming, because it's not the right thing. It's not American, it's unconstitutional, selective prosecution. So people like that have no place here. And you know, there will be more to come. And frankly, as fast as we're hiring, we're also firing.
Yeah.
And the PPO office has done a tremendous job of that. And we have to do it, because you can't have it permeating these walls anymore. It's just not good for the country.
I don't think the American people have any problem with revenge. Donald Trump hasn't used that word. Donald Trump being in that building with you behind you is revenge enough. But I don't think there's there's anything wrong with that word, given what Donald Trump has gone through over the last 8 years. Alina Habba, great to see you. Thanks so much for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.